everyone. This is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. And I haven't been live in a couple weeks, but I decided today I would. It's a holiday for one thing, and we have not much going on today, which is actually fantastic. So we'll give everybody a few minutes.
This is why I switched
Oops.
to Shopify.
Let me turn that down.
Prior to Shopify, and I remember my brief.
Oh, there. Hi, Kathy. I've got a commercial. How about you? Okay, there we go. It's like, what? I've got a commercial on my own channel. That's weird. Okay. It is a treat to have you here. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Joni. Hi, everybody. This is so fun, you guys. I wish I could hear you. I'm actually considering doing a live Zoom sew of some kind where we can all sew, and you don't have to, but you could just participate, just so we can hear each other. I mean, how fun would that be? Hi, Dale. Hi, Deanie. Hi, Lena. Hi, Suzanne. Oh, Deanie, you're so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Joanne. A Zoom would be awesome. You know, I don't know. I'm assuming that others have done it, but I've never seen them. So I think we're going to try. We're going to try at some day in the future. I'm not going to wait a long time. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Glenda. Hi, everybody. This is so fun. Hi, Terry. Terry, we need to get together. You don't live very far. I know you moved, but hi, Christy. You're ripping your Atom bag from the workshop. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it was a challenge, but it's a cute bag. So, all right, you know what we're gonna do is first, let me show you what we're making. And I love this pattern. Absolutely love this pattern. That's why I'm doing it on live. This is, oh, you're in Brooksville now. Okay. All right. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Debbie. So this is what we're making. This is the one that I'm carrying right now. And it will be for sale, but I like to carry bags. I'm very careful with them for a little while just to make sure nothing falls apart or, you know, anything crazy like that. This is the Pebble Mini Sling, and I carry it as a sling. This one you could make into a crossbody, and if you wanted to add another, what is this? Another handle, you could make it into a backpack. It's very tiny. I don't think it needs to be a backpack, but if that's what you prefer, then that would be perfect. Hi, Judy. Hi, bag maker Barb. All right, so this is it. This is what we're making today. It's got this front zipper pocket, which you're gonna laugh at me. I have the candy from Indo Love Creations in there. I love that. Coffee candy. I absolutely love it. And then it's got a back slip pocket. So if you haven't, there's a full video tutorial out there for this particular bag that I think it just went live yesterday. And then on the inside, there's plenty of room for all the stuff I carry every day. So my eyeglass case, my purse pal, my Jordan pouch, and hand sanitizer, and a couple pens. It's perfect. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's what we're making today. It is a very cute bag. You know, I don't know, Teresa, if that would be hard to switch that to the back. I honestly don't know. Hi, Mara. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Rinda. I love it. You guys are all here. Hi, Terry. All right, so let me switch you down and see if I can do this without making a lot of jerky movements here. Let me move that over just a hair. Let's see how that is. Okay, So I'm going to first do the handle. I honestly like to get the handles out of the way. Yeah, Terry, you made it. We just started too. So I've got my swivel clasp on there. Not my swivel clasp, my slide adjuster. I don't know if you guys watch my videos. I sometimes say the wrong thing. I'm constantly saying I'm backspacing instead of backstitching. Every time I look at that, I just laugh at myself. You know why? It's because I taught computer software for so long that it's just a natural thing for me to say backspace. Just like, gosh. So I don't do boxes. I'm doing 2 rows of top stitching. Okay. Chrissy, you do the same thing. I'm just like, gosh. Sometimes I think, man, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'll probably say something like that today. It wouldn't shock me at all. Jadira, you understand me. I appreciate that because, you know, bag makers have to stick together. And if we say something goofy, we all know what we're saying. There's something else I say regularly that's weird too. I can't remember what it is right this moment. All right, so there's my swivel clasp. My slide adjuster. Now I'm gonna try and get my swivel clasp on without twisting up and over. Let's see if I got it on there. I don't know where my friend Jan is. I need to see if she's gonna make it today. All right, and then I'm gonna put my other one on. Again, let me just make sure I didn't twist it. Yeah, so I got it on there right. Okay, and 2 rows of stitches. You guys will have to tell me if you do rivets in webbing. I know there's a way to do it and not worry about your things fraying, but you know, I try and make my bags so they last, you know, a very long time. And I'm just worried about them fraying. Even if you put fray check on or you burn it before you put it on, I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think and what you do because I don't know. Okay. So I like to get that out of the way. All right, so there's our strap. Isn't this pretty? I'll have to look up where I got it. I think I got it from, what's the name of it? Moxie. You use some fabric tack glue. That's a good idea, Teresa. Do you have any trouble with them fraying over time, though, with the webbing? Okay. If anybody is friends with Jan Banks, could you text her and let her know we're live? I failed to do that. She knew we were going. New Moxie, Glenda. That's it. New Moxley. That's exactly where I got it. If you could text her and let her know we're live, that would be awesome. So now I'm going to do my D-rings. I'm doing this just a hair out of order. Not dramatically, but just a little. Thank you, Christy. I thought that was you. may have gotten tied up with doing something, so don't make her feel like she has to be here. We'll be fine, but I played with my tension a little bit before we started. Oh, good. It's perfect. It was a little loopy in the back, and so I fixed that. Good, good. Okay, good. All right, so now I am just going to divide these into, I'm only using 3 D-rings. On the one that I just showed you, there's 5, but I won't use 2 of them, so I'm not gonna put them on this particular bag. And I'll show you where. So I'm gonna have a little extra here, and that's okay. All right, so that's a little bit extra. Let me grab my 3 D-rings. Hi, Ellie. Thank you guys for joining on your holiday. So much fun. Now, I'm using rainbow hardware, but I did not have any rainbow shiny 1-inch slided swivel glass. So I'm using matte. So I'm using a mix of the shiny rainbow and the matte rainbow. And I think that's okay. I'm making the Pebble Sling, Jadira. Let me show you. This is what we're making. There's a video out there I just released, but I love it so much that I'm making another one. It has everything I carry every day. I mean, I know it's and I know there are other video tutorials out there, but I love it. So I'm making another one. Yep. All right, so I'm just gonna baste these D-rings at the bottom. And I'm just gonna, you use rivets and webbing. Fray check on it in case. You've yet to have one fray. You know, I may have to try it. You know, they look good. Rivets look good on anything, honestly. But I haven't ever done it. I'm just worried that it's going to fray. So I may try it. Maybe I'll try it on a bag that I'm going to keep for myself and give it a good workout and see how it does for me. But that's good to know that others are doing it and using fray check and they haven't had any issues. Using the awl, Teresa, probably does make a difference. Okay, so I've got my 3 D-rings done. I'll set those aside for just a minute. And let me grab my stuff here. We're going to do the outside pocket first. So take your outside piece, and this is what I'm using for the outside, and then this is what I'm using for the lining. So I'm gonna, this is just the outside pocket. I'm using the flowered fabric for the most of it. Okay, I gotta look up my seam allowances. Okay. And we'll just stitch across the top. You know what? No, Barb. No, we're not doing it that way. We're gonna stitch, and then we can turn it right side out. See what happens to me. I'm just so excited you guys are all here, honestly. Okay. No harm done. Okay, let's stitch this all the way around instead. No, I was right, you guys. Man, I just made this bag, and now I'm like, what? It's ridiculous sometimes. All right, yeah, we are going to stitch across the top. I knew that was right. That's okay. This is so sticky back here, this aqua vinyl. It's very sticky. All right, now we're gonna just, I know it, Christy. It doesn't bother me. You know what? I'm not perfect, and I've said that many times on my videos that I make mistakes, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. They're all, most of them, not all, but I would say 90%, 99% of them are fixable. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you, Kathy. All right, now we're going to stitch across the top, and I'm going to do 2 rows of stitches, 1 at 1/4, and then I'll go back and do 1 at 1/8. Okay. Oh, Christy, you're so sweet. I mean, it's, I went over, you guys, I went over to pick up my new tags today, and they're out on the website, just FYI. I'll show them to you in a little bit. But I was going, you know, Jade from Heartwood Hides lives 20 minutes from me. So I went over there, and she is gracious, and she and Chris, her husband, are so gracious. They always let me come in and see what they're working on. And I was getting ready to leave, and Lynette helps them sometimes. And she walked up and she goes, "Are you Barb?" I said, "I am." She goes, "I watch your videos." I said, "Oh." It was so sweet. She was so sweet. All right, there's the outside pocket. Now we're just going to, I'm going to stitch around that 1/8 of an inch, just so it doesn't move on me. All the way around. Yeah, I mean, she and Chris at Heartwood and Hyde are something else. I mean, they are so kind and just awesome. Today's Jade's birthday, by the way. So you should go out there and wish her happy birthday. All right, so now I'm going to grab my back panel, my outside back panel. And we are just going to lay that on there, matching up the bottoms. You know, the other one I made was wax canvas, guys, so I really do not know how this is gonna go. Hi, Maureen. I hear you. I hear you. I have it right here. In fact, I have 2 right here, just in case. All right, so now we're gonna sew that. I think it's a little bigger seam allowance. Just let me look. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Nancy. I know, Renda. I mean, honestly, I can't wait for So Magical because she said they were doing some special tags for So Magical, and she has some new releases as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so that's the back. Now I am going to work on the inside pocket. And this one, we are just going to sew around the outside, and I think it's, yeah, leaving the top open so we can turn it. Now, this is wax canvas, so I don't know if I'm going to have to iron it, but I'm going to trim my seam in half. This is the waterproof canvas from Indo Love Creations. I absolutely love it. Hi, Paula. I know it. It's, yeah, is that, yeah, waterproof canvas from Indo Love Creations. It is, you know, I know on a recent live I said that, not live, it might have been live, I don't remember, that Ottertex just is a beast, and it is. It honestly is quite a beast. However, there are purposes for that heavyweight Ottertex. This is probably not one of them. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I cut a 1-inch piece. Thank you, Nancy. I know, I love these colors. Karina at Indo Love Creations has, I don't know how many colors she has now. She has tons. So this is a 1-inch piece. I just drew a line down the middle, and I put a piece of double-sided tape on each side. And now it's longer than I need it to be, so I'll trim it. And I'm just putting the top of this. And this is, you don't have to do this. You could turn that seam down rather than put a piece. I think this looks so nice, though. I do it on a lot of bags when there's a raw edge on the inside. So that's what it looks like. I mean, it just looks so good. So now we're gonna top stitch that. And I did put sewer's aid on my needle before I started. So I may have to do it again, we'll see. So I'm gonna do 2 rows of top stitching, just like we did on the outside pocket. And then I'll cut the extra off. Hi, Mary. You went to Amelia Island? Oh my. I bet it was gorgeous down there. Hi, Suzanne. It does. It really makes a big difference, I think. And then I'm gonna do 1/8 of an inch from that previous stitching. Just to mimic the back pocket. You'll never see them together, but I think it's a nice touch. I'm beginning to get worried about Jan. I hope she's okay. All right, so now let's just cut off our excess. just make sure you're not trimming or cutting your pocket. Oh, your hubby's driving. Okay, I feel better about that, Mary. All right, so there's our pocket. Now we're gonna grab our inside. Let's see which one she wants. Yeah. The back panel lining. Yeah, okay, I'm done with that. So let me get rid of that. And we're gonna attach this how she tells you to in the pattern and stitch it on. And you just wanna get it pretty even. And then we'll stitch all the way around. These are barely fitting, so that's what we have right now. So we'll stitch that all the way around. And I back stitch over the top edges. Christy, I communicated with her today. And she was going out for breakfast or brunch with a friend of hers, and she had told me she had gotten home because I was gonna do it earlier, and then Jade texted me that my tags were ready, so I wanted to go get my tags. So I hope everything's okay with her parents. You know, that's what I actually worry about the most, or her, you know. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, there's the inside pocket. Isn't that just cute? And it's a huge pocket. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I was trying to get, there was a text on there and I was trying to get rid of it. So there you go. Look at that. Oh, that is so funny. Okay. All right. So now the inside pocket is done. All right. The next thing in the pattern is to do the D-rings. We've already done the D-rings. So now we're going to work on the sling strap. And I'm going to need one D-ring. So find the center on the top here. And I'll just do it on both pieces. This is the fabric that I'm using for the sling strap. And then we're gonna place that centered right there. Let me move this a little bit this way. There you go. And I'm just gonna baste it in place so it doesn't move around on me. And then we're gonna place these right sides together. Now, on the wax canvas that I did put a piece of Decaville Light in there. Because this is two pieces of decent vinyl, I'm not using anything on the inside. If you were gonna use wax canvas or cotton, I would definitely put some Decaville Light or Peltex or something in between there. And then we're gonna leave this bottom open. And sew around, let me make sure my D-ring is out of the way. I think it was in that sling for this pattern that I hit the needle with my D-ring. It was a very terrible noise, and it broke the needle. So I'm kind of very gun shy now about it. Okay. It was, Nancy. It was bad. It was very bad. All right, so now I'm just going to clip my corners. And then I'm clipping down here as well. I'll show you in a second. I do not clip where the D-ring is. All right, then let's just turn this right side out. And once you can get a hold of that D-ring, you can gently pull that through. I wouldn't overdo it. I did go over the D-ring twice, but you still don't want to go crazy with it. And then I'm going to grab my little tool. I need to get that tool out that Lisa sent me, because it's a great little turning tool. And then just push out your corners. Go slow. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times I've gone through the fabric. This fabric, yes, I will, actually, Nancy. So last week, I can't believe it was just last weekend. I went to the sewing room of Gardner and took a class with Keziah and Susan. And she had this fabric there. She has a website. I think she actually has a buy one, get a certain amount off right now. I don't know if it's on the website, this particular fabric, this vinyl. But I bought 2 rolls of vinyl, and then I bought some waterproof canvas. I did. But this is absolutely gorgeous. And then the outside I'm using, I got from Lauren Mormino. You shop with her often? That's where I got it then. Yep. All right, so now I am going to top stitch this closed because we're done with that. We're not done with it, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to close my bottom here. Sandra at the sewing room of Gardner is just a sweet, and her son, I can't remember his name, but he sews too. And oh my gosh, he's very good. Yeah, I mean, Keziah and Susan was there too. We had so much fun. My husband actually took me there. Oh, I think my bobbin just ran out. How's that for perfect? I have another one ready to go. There was a bunch of us. Jan actually organized a dinner. And what did I do with that? And we went out for dinner the night before with Keziah, Susan, myself, my husband. And he was such a good sport. He was such a good sport. You know, he was the only man, and we had so much fun. And then the class was the next day, and it was a lot of fun, honestly. It was so much fun. Christy was there. You know, and I have met Susan and Keziah. I met them, oh gosh, it's been a year ago or more now at So Magical last year. And they're just as sweet as they are. I mean, both of them are just very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. All right, so that's what we have. Now, on my other one, I put a D-ring here. I'm not going to put a D-ring, and I'm not going to put the snap because I'm going to use it as a sling. There won't be a time when I don't use it for that. So this is done. All right. So now we're gonna grab our back piece. And of course I need to do my center here. And I did my center on the back piece, and we're gonna lay that. Let's see which is the prettiest side. Actually, they're both fine, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna center that right there with my D-ring going down. Junior. Christy, is that Sandra? That's his name? Okay, I didn't know that. I don't think I ever heard somebody call him my name. He was so cute though. He was going around helping everybody. He was so cute. I don't know how old he is. I think he's probably 13, 14, something like that. Cute as can be. All right, now we want to add our other two D-rings here. And I marked this, but I marked it on my back piece. Let's see. Let me get the pattern piece so I know where to put them. Okay. I'll try and do this quick so nobody can see it too much. Okay, there we go. And those you just want to place, let me get a wonder clip. Have you ever guys noticed that some of these wonder clips open wider than others? Look how wide that one opens. And then I have ones that, I mean, they hardly open at all. It's like crazy, like this one. Look at this. And then if you look at this one, look out. It's different. I know, it's a little thing. All right, let's put these both on here. Okay. And let's base those in place. No, the teal vinyl I got from Lauren Marmino. And I've had it a while. I actually have one more roll. And I'm going to show you something about it real quick. Let me show you. I love it, and it sews beautifully. I don't know the name of it. I'll look it up when I finish put it in the description. But let me show you something about it. Here. So here it is. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it is fuzzy on the back, so it sticks to my table. Now, it may not do that to your table, but it does to mine. And so I just have to, it's not a big deal. I just have to be very aware of what I'm doing. So, not a big deal. All right, so there's the back. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. It is the luxe, Nancy. Yep, you are right. All right, I am not in the pattern. She talks about putting a snap there. I'm not putting a snap. So if you want to, that's when you would do that now. So take your inside piece with the pocket and the outside piece you just collected, you finished. She's ordering now. I love it. She has it in multiple colors. It's gorgeous stuff, honestly. And now I'm gonna just match my centers. And then this is a bound bag, guys, keeping that in mind. And you know what? I just said it's a bound bag, and I did not cut any binding. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to go do that when we get there. And this is live. That's not good, Barb. I was so careful. I thought I had everything prepped, you know. No, I didn't. I completely forgot about the binding. No big deal. All right, so now we're gonna just baste those wrong sides together at the seam allowance in the pattern. And here is where I went over my D-ring. So I'm very conscious of where it is. It's right there. I did not use my scan and cut for this one. The wax canvas I did. I should have. Okay, D-ring coming up. It's where it should be. Okay. All right, I'm gonna text Jan real quick because I'm a little worried about her actually. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I texted her. We'll see if... Okay. So there you have your back and your lining back. And these pockets are huge. They really are very good size. I am going to trim this just a hair because my cutting out was not pristine. I don't know about you guys, but it's not always perfect. You know, bag making, the thing I like the least is the cutting out. I don't know about you guys, but if I could pay somebody to cut it out, which I would never do, but thank you, Nancy. I would pay somebody to do it. Yep, I would. All right, so now we're gonna take the front panel, and I already marked this. The front panel and the front base piece. Okay. And you want to mark where she tells you to in the pattern. And I don't know if you can see my little silver mark. And then we're going to put this right on that line. I know, it feels weird. I said this in the video that I did on the tutorial. And now we're going to sew this together, I believe. Yep. Seam allowance in the pattern. So they are right sides together, and this is on that line that she has you draw in the pattern. Okay. And now we are just going to, I know it feels so weird. We're going to cut that off. No, I don't think we do cut it off. We don't, I'm sorry. That's another pattern I'm thinking about. We're going to top stitch this, however. It gives that base a little extra stability. All All right, so let's top stitch this. And I am gonna do 2 rows of top stitching. So the first one I'm gonna do at 1/4 inch. Okay, so 1/4 inch, and then we'll do another top stitch at 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna do it this way, sorry. Okay. How are we doing on time? Okay. All right. So now we're just going to baste all the way around that. Just to keep it together. Don't you love these 2 colors together? They're just stunning, really. All right. All right. Now I am gonna put a tag, one of my tags there. So because I'm using rainbow, I am gonna use one of my rainbow metal tags. I just used my thread scissors, guys. Very bad, very bad. Now you can put this anywhere you like. I'm gonna put it kind of off center right here. Down here on the bottom. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna cut my hole, and because I don't have any interfacing on the back of this lining, I am gonna put a piece of Decaville Heavy back here, just to keep it from rubbing on all kinds of stuff. And then I will cover it also with a piece of double side tape and leave the paper on. Okay. One of my tags, put that little guy there. Put my piece of Decaville Heavy. Put the washer. And then fold that in. Now, there's going to be a brief noise here. I'm going to use my handy dandy hammer. I know, it's very sophisticated. I think I even mentioned on a video at some point, my dad would be like, "You're using a hammer in bag making?" Yeah. So there's my tag. Isn't that cute? Okay, now what did I do at the top to this? It's very dangerous. Okay. All right, so the next thing, so that's done. Isn't that just very cute? All right, next thing we're gonna do is, I shouldn't have probably done that yet because I need to put my zipper on. Oh well. That's all right. It's okay. Let me get my zipper stuff out here. I think it'll be fine. Here's my zipper. And so I already marked for my zipper on the back of one of my zipper pockets. Let me just see what her measurement is. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? And that's okay. I'm just going to put it on this side. No harm. No harm, no foul. Because I put my tag on too soon. Goofy girl. So it's just not far from the top. And then it's like right there. Yeah, sorry. Just measure down from the top. Yeah. And center it. Just like that. Okay. And now we are going to sew that box. And then we'll pull it through to the back after we cut the hole. And you don't actually have to do this pocket at all if you don't want to. You could eliminate it, or you could do a different type of pocket. I mean, that's the beauty of bag making. There's a lot of options. To adjusting patterns. Okay, let me cut that off. All right, now we're going to cut that hole. And I'm going to use my other stiletto. Not stiletto, but my X-Acto knife. And I just start my hole and then I'll finish it with my scissors. Those X-Acto knives are just crazy. My husband and I decided we were going to cook hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. And we decided it was too hot. So you know what we did? We went over to Five Guys. And we share a hamburger and get an order of fries, so it's not very expensive for us to go there. I have to say, that's my favorite hamburger joint is Five Guys. And I always get the fries extra crispy. Okay, let's push that to the back. And I'm not going to iron it. I'm going to put some tape there. To hold it down. Because I don't want to iron this waterproof canvas. Hey, can somebody just say something in the chat? I'm afraid that when I went to text Jan that I lost you guys. Can somebody just say something real quick? I may have. That would be very bad. It says I'm still live though. Just a thumbs up or something. Oh, I can see you, Jan. My chat was way up. Jan, we were so worried about you. Okay, good. You're here and you're okay. Sorry, my chat was scrolled way up and I hadn't seen any of the chat. I was like, did I lose everybody? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, guys, you are so patient with me. I'm so new at this live stuff. I've got the videotaping down when I just do it on my own, but the live is it's another beast. Mm-hmm. Hi, Annie. Hi, April. Thank you. All right, so there is my hole for my zipper. I've got my zipper all prepped, and typically you want your zipper to go up. Thank you, Suzanne. I kept looking, nobody was saying anything. So typically you want your zipper going up, but you don't have to. If you prefer your zipper pull going down, you can do it that way too. So just do you, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to put these on one side at a time. And I hope my head doesn't get in the picture here because I have to kind of get on top of it to get it nice and even. Okay. I know I'm a very real, you know, I'm just me. I'm just very me, down to earth. My head is a beautiful thing. Kathy, oh my gosh. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, I'm getting sticky here. Okay, let me get my zipper pull in there. All right, there we go. All right, now we're gonna just you're gonna sew, not baste, all the way around that zipper. I am gonna pull those threads to the back. Okay. All right, let me pull that. Find my handy dandy stiletto. Hi, Ann from Vermont. You know, it doesn't. And let me show you why, Brenna. I'll show you why. No, it doesn't. Good question, though. Okay, I'm holding on to those threads and then I'll cut them. And that tells me if I don't let go of it, it tells me which one I need to pull to the back. There we go. All right, let me tie these off and I'll answer your question. That's a very good question, though. Somebody on the Facebook group asked a question the other day. I forget who it was. And they said, oh, I hope this isn't a dumb question. You know what? I used to be a teacher. I taught nursing classes, critical care classes. I taught all kinds of stuff. And there was never a dumb question, ever, ever. All right, so Brenna, you're above this seam. So here is the bottom of our zipper, and you're about a quarter inch, maybe a tiny bit more above that. So you're good. All right, now let's grab our other zipper pocket and just put that right sides together. And we're gonna close this on all 4 sides. You're a teacher? Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I have 3 nieces, and 2 of them are school teachers. And they're just the most wonderful people ever. All right, so let's turn this right side up, and we're gonna fold that back, and we're gonna close that pocket on all 4 sides. And I do try and, I'll show you here if you can see it, go pretty close to where my zipper is, so I can go back over that a couple times, and then I'll go out a little bit more on the bottom here. I'll show you. I know it feels weird to do this, but I like going over my zippers a couple times for pockets. Probably not necessary, but I do. Okay, so this is what I did. So I try to have the bottom of the pocket be wider, but I like to get right where my zipper connects and go over that a couple times. I just think it gives that zipper pocket a little more stability. Okay, now I am going to trim this a little bit so it doesn't get in my seam allowance. My binding, I should really say. I don't want it to add thickness to when I bind the bag. Okay, so there you go. There's your finished pocket. And it's a really good sized pocket. I love it. All right, let's see what's next. All right, I did all that. I did all that. I did all that. Now she tells you to put the tag on, and that's okay. And actually, I did it right. That pocket is supposed to be on that side. Okay, I feel much better about myself. I was all worried. All right, now we're gonna take that lining piece, the remaining lining piece, and put that wrong sides together. Did you hear me? I said I felt better about myself. You guys, I have to say I crack myself up sometimes. I'm pretty well adjusted, and that's something that goes back to your upbringing, you know, the wonderful friends that you have. Oh my gosh, you guys, there are 85 people watching. This is fun. Thanks for being here on a holiday. I appreciate you guys, I really do. All right, now we're just gonna base that all the way around. Okay. This is so cute. Oh gosh. I'm not sure there's a bag that I don't like. I know. If my husband's watching, he might be on here, I don't know. He would agree with me on that. All right, you just want to make sure that you caught it all on your lining, which we did. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so our front is done and our back is done. So now we just need to work on the gusset. And this is honestly just like every other gusset. I'm gonna do the zipper first. Let me get rid of some of these pieces. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you're here. I hope all is well. So the one thing that I like about this pattern is, and I can't really show it to you, but this is the zipper gusset. And she gives it to you in one piece, and then you just cut it in half. The long way, and I already did that. So you know, Karen, it's so funny that you say that. I have actually very little tolerance for people that think they're better than others. And that's probably, it may, you know, some people would think that was a flaw, but there is no one on this earth better than me. Everyone is the same. Doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, any of that. So I get kind of emotional about that because it's important to me. All right, sorry for that. Made me tear up a little bit. Hi, Raina. Hi. Thanks. So this is the outside piece. And I put a piece of double-sided tape there. And I'm just going to lay my zipper face down. And I did put 2 zipper pulls on here. I did on the other one I made, and I actually like that. And I did put double-sided tape on my lining, so it would save a little time. Of course, you know, you can't get your paper off your double-sided tape. There we go. And so I can do this in one sew. Hi, Barbara. So I'm going to put these right sides. The right side of my lining is down, and my zipper is sandwiched in between. And then we're going to just do 1 row of stitches there. You know, whoever was watching and said I need to hold on to my threads, I'm trying to do that. I am very much trying to do better at that because it makes a big difference, honestly. Yep, it does. Okay, let me get my zippers pulls out of the way. Okay. This is WPC from Indo Love Creations. The WPC from Wonderground Fabrics is a bit heavier. It's nice though. It's very nice. But it is a bit heavier than this from Wonderground Fabric. I mean from Indo Love Creations. So you know, and I just want to say something. I try and buy from a variety of places. I obviously have my favorites. Like, I love everything Lauren puts out there. I mean, I shouldn't say everything, because there's some things that she's released recently that I like it, but I wouldn't buy it. But I would say most of her stuff I buy. I know it. I know it. And then Fabric Therapy. I love all her stuff. It's ridiculous. All right, let's top stitch this, and then we'll baste around all 4 sides. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're going to baste all those sides, the remaining 3 sides closed. Thank you, Jan. I'm so glad you're here. It's my fault. I didn't let you know exactly when I was going live, so I'm sorry about that. That's my boo-boo. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Grab your other outside piece. Take your paper tape off, your double-sided tape, and lay that right sides with your zipper tape. Hi, Granny. Thanks for joining. You're fine. We're just making the Pebble live because I have fallen in love with this pattern. And I wanted to do another one, so I thought, oh, heck, why don't I just do it live? Okay. Now take your other remaining lining piece. I learned this. If you guys ever watch Rosie and David, she does this with her, not a roller, but this, and it works every time. Look at that. I mean, it works beautifully. Rosie. And then we're going to sandwich our lining right on top of our zipper. So I like to give credit where credit is due, and I learned that from Rosie. She's a sweetie, too. All right, now we're going to do our full seam allowance again. Let me get my zipper pulls out of the way. I think I kind of underestimated how long this would take me, so thanks for hanging in there with me. All right, same thing. We're going to pull these wrong sides together. Top stitch, and then baste the wrong side, the other 3 sides together. I get to talking, you guys, and I get distracted. I'm reading the chat, and I can't help it. I'm enjoying myself. You could watch it all day. You know, Granny, it's so funny because I could too. I watch all kinds of other sewing channels. I just love it. And I have to admit something. If my husband's watching a movie or something on TV that I'm not particularly interested in, I'll put my AirPods on, and I'll fire up YouTube and I'll watch something. I'll start watching something. The next thing I know, I'm asleep. Yep. I hate to admit it, but there's something about someone sewing and depending on their voice, I just go to sleep. So, you know. Where did I get what, Karen? This vinyl? No, it was not expensive. Let me think about how much I paid for it. This is. I think you're asking about this vinyl. So correct me if I didn't see the whole story there. I got it at Sewing Room of Gardner Sewing Room. Jan can link it. She's actually having a sale right now, I think. And I knew my tape came off there. That's weird. I think it was I want to say it was it 8? Is it 18? I don't remember it being that much, but maybe it was 18 for a full half roll. So it's 18 inches by 54. Yeah. All right, so there's our zipper gusset. Now we're gonna grab our gusset, bottom gusset, and we're going to, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here. I haven't looked at the pattern in a while. Yep. Oh, you purchased the lighter one? I mean, oh, so pretty. Okay, yeah, I'm not missing a step. All right, so we're gonna put, here's my bottom gusset. We're gonna put that right sides together. And I'm gonna grab my Wonder clips for this part. Don't worry about that extra zipper. I will be trimming that off. And then you take your lining and put your right sides. Man, I have the hardest time figuring out which is the right side. It honestly doesn't matter, but right sides together with your lining piece, and we're gonna sew that together. And you could do this in 2 sewing. I'm just gonna do it once. And let me just verify the seam allowance. Hold on. Yeah, okay. And I am not putting, let me go over something with you because I don't want you to think I'm forgetting it. I'm not putting the D-rings here. Let me show you on my other bag. If you want to wear it as a crossbody, you'll want to add the D-rings here. So I'm not adding those. Kathy. Very good. I'm not putting them there. Very good catch. Way to go, Kathy. All right, I'm cutting my extra zipper off. And I'm burning that like crazy there. I won't use those 2 D-rings. So I know, thank you. But thank you because I have been known to forget things. Yes, I have. All right, so now we're gonna put those wrong sides together, our bottom gusset, wrong sides together. And I gotta get all this stuff out of the way, and we're gonna top stitch. And just make sure it's nice and taut. It doesn't need to be tight, but taut. Oh, Joni, you're gonna love it. And you can make different sizes. Oh, it's a great pattern. I've made it for years, but thank you for purchasing it. You're really gonna have fun with it. Go crazy with it, honestly. Add more pockets, don't add pockets, change the size of it. All right, so I put my bottom gusset on the other side, and then I'm gonna bring my lining back up. So we're creating a big circle here. And then we're gonna sew that together. Seam allowance in the pattern. And then we'll turn that and top stitch it and find our centers after we baste it all in place. Kathy, you're the one that just got the sale rate, aren't you? So you said something about your posy pin keeps popping out. I would, and I think I've said this before, I wouldn't hesitate to reach out to customer service and get somebody on the line to help you with that, because they're very responsive. I mean, I've never had any trouble with my posy pin, but I have a different model than you do. And oh, that was somebody else with the fabricator. Oh, okay. Oh, really? I need to respond to them and tell them to reach out to customer service, because it's craziness for that to happen. I've never had mine come out, actually. It's very hard to get out. I shouldn't say very hard, but it's hard to get out. All right, so I just clipped my wrong sides together of my bottom gusset, and I'm just going to baste that in place on both sides. Oh, that's right, you haven't used yours yet. So you won't, I don't think you'll have a problem with it. I'm so excited to see how you like it now. Okay. Just baste on the other side. So it doesn't move around on me. Okay. So, now what I am going to do is I'm going to put, and I can't remember, honestly, if I used this or not, but I said it in my video tutorial. Put your seams together there where your zipper line, your zipper gusset meets your bottom gusset. And we're going to just mark our centers. Correct, Dorothy. I just did 1/8 of an inch. Yep. That one's marked. And then on this side too. I don't think you need these, but it's so much easier to do it now than to try and figure it out later. All right. Now we are ready to put this together. Okay, let me get my back piece. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I think I better plug my phone in, guys. Sorry. Ooh. I don't know where we are on juice, but I better plug it in. Hold on. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. All right. I thought I had it plugged in. Obviously, I did not. All right. So here is my back piece. And we are going to take the zipper and right sides together and match up all your centers. And I usually put a few clips. This is a very tedious process, guys. So that's one thing about doing bound bags live. It's just tedious. It takes a long time. And it's not hard and it's not a long time, but to clip it, and then I gotta go, I forgot to do my binding. That's embarrassing, really. And then you have your gusset mark right there from the pattern. And on the one I did, yes, it is a slip pocket on the back. It's a beautiful thing. I did, on the one I did in the video, I did have to clip my gusset just a little. This one, doesn't appear that, sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. And there's honestly, no real rhyme or reason. Okay, let's do this side. Yeah, it has a fair amount of pockets, honestly. Let me see where my marking is. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clip the corners on the bottom. I can tell already. And if you want to use staples, don't hesitate. Do not hesitate. I didn't have to do that with the other one, so I don't think I'm gonna need it here, but you never know. And I'm just doing little 1/8" clips in my gusset. Yeah, this is and if I wasn't doing it live, I'm trying to just guess how long it would take me to make it, Granny. From cutting out, wow, this is not good here. From cutting out to finishing, a couple hours, maybe. Once you got good at it, probably not that long. I'm gonna have to spread this out just a little here. So if for some reason it doesn't really match, just wiggle it. Wiggle it around. Mine didn't quite, for some reason, it didn't want to match up. Okay. No, you don't. You really don't, bag maker Burb. You don't. All right, I'm going to start on the bottom. And let me see. Yeah, and you have a pretty good seam allowance here, so it covers a lot of your basting stitches. Let me grab my stiletto. You know what? And oh, D-ring check. D-ring check. I'm good. Scary. Okay. The other thing I really like about this is the zipper on the top is not next to the binding. If you've made a bound bag before, and I'm going to unzip my zipper now, that makes it a heck of a lot easier. If you've made bound bags where the zipper is next to where the binding is, you have to be really careful because it can get caught in the binding. And it creates all kinds of havoc. Granny, I have 3 patterns out there. That's not really my thing, but I have made these 3 items. They're on my website. If you just look, search patterns, there's 3 out there. One is for a storage caddy, which I've made for 20 years. Another one is a Jeannie bags. It's a handbag. I've made it for 20 years. Yes, April, just a second. I gotta check my D-ring, because if I don't, I'll go over it and that would be disastrous on a live. And the third one is a travel jewelry case or any kind of jewelry case. And I've made that for a long time too. So there's 3 out there. And I'm actually getting ready to do a 4th one that I've made for a long time. So more to come on that. Thank you, Jen. So April, yeah. Not getting puckering on your corners. Let me just say something about that. Puckering on your corners is not an awful thing. It happens to the best of us. But if you can see, when I went around these corners, I stopped and pulled. I stopped and pulled. I stopped and pulled my gusset. So it stays out of my way. And I have no puckering. I actually might have a tiny pucker up here. But when I turn it, I don't think you'll be able to see it. So it's really going slow around your corners and pulling your gusset out of the way. All right, so I've got my front, and I'm just gonna put that on. And there's my, I gotta mark my center so I can see it. On this, I only marked it with a mark instead of a triangle. Okay. So right sides together, and again, you're absolutely welcome, April. I'm good at it sometimes, and sometimes I get puckers. And I honestly don't let it worry me. Unless it's a major big pucker, I won't take it out. I mean, it gives, you know, handmade things have character. That's kind of what I think. Okay. So EJB, is Kasaya live right now? I try not to overstep when other people are live, and I'm not saying that she did that. I don't know. I'd be surprised if she did. But Brandy Jackson is another great bag maker. If you guys haven't watched her, she's very good. All right, so let's look at my gusset here. Mark. Hi, Susan. Susan is Kasaya's sister. Susan is a very genuine, kind, sweet person. And I'm not just saying that. I believe it. And I only met her twice. You are, you know it. All right. This is the tedious part, guys. It is just, but it's kind of like my dad used to tell me when he was teaching me to paint things, which I'm a terrible painter. Oh yeah, no, it's the truth, Susan. Let me grab my scissors. Is take your time in the prep. If you take your time in the prep, the end product will be better. So this is the tedious part though. Clipping everything, getting all your clips on there. It's actually painful. It's worth it. Very much worth it. So, you know, when we're talking about Brandy in Canada, Brandy is an excellent seamstress. Excellent. So if you're not watching her, you should go subscribe to her channel. She is very good. And she's just as sweet as she can be. I've not met her in person because she's in Canada. I don't know if she ever comes to the States for like So Magicals or not. I don't know. But I am here to support all bag makers because and I've not found one person that's been unkind to me, honestly. Very impressed with everybody I've come in contact with. Yeah, Susan, this is attaching the gussets is just one of those things that you have to do over and over and over. I don't even know if I have some of the first bags I did in binding, but I've said this before, I hated it. I hated it. And after the first one, I said, I'll never do it again. And then there came a pattern that I wanted to do. And so I did it again, and it was easier. And it just takes practice. It's kind of like anything. You know, you and your musical instruments, you probably weren't perfect the first time. It's just like this for bag making. You know, it's repetitive practice and takes time. So that wasn't quite matching, and so I'm just wiggling it. And that's a very technical sewing term, wiggling. Yep. Okay. All right, let's do this, guys. Yeah. Pat. It's so funny that you say that. I'm not a swearing person, but I mean, there are times when I'm sewing something and a gusset is one of them that I'm like, oh, it is. It's a 4-letter word sometimes. Gusset. Gusset. And some people think binding. Yeah, Maureen. People think binding is a 4-letter word. I did. I thought that when I first did the first one I ever did. I thought, oh, Lord. All right, April, I'm going around the curve, and I'm just stopping and pulling. Stopping and pulling with your needle down. And then you get to the straight edge, and you're like, oh, nice. Brandy Jackson is her name. B-Boyle. Brandy Jackson. She's from Canada. I forget how long she's been doing it, but she is very good. She's a very good seamstress. She has a cylinder arm, so I'm very jealous. Beans bag. That's it. Yep. She has a cylinder arm. I'm very jealous. I want to get one really bad. I keep looking around the room and thinking, okay, now where in the world would I put it? Okay, I'm going around the curve, April. I'm stopping and pulling. Stopping and pulling. Straight edge, it's a relief. Absolutely. Brandy has the most beautiful hair as well. She has the most beautiful strawberry blonde hair I think I've ever seen. You'll see when you watch her videos. She's very pretty. I tried to grow my hair out once. Actually, recently, since I retired, and I couldn't do it. It's just too hot down here. And I have curly hair. So the longer it gets, the frizzier and curlier, and ugh, it wasn't pretty. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have a bag that has a lot of pieces. Let me just say, for some, in that vein, I just finished the Retro Tech Sling by Kandou. It's a massive, it's the biggest bag I've ever made. And I consider myself a pretty advanced sewist. I was overwhelmed. I did it, and I made myself do it, but it was a beast. It is a gorgeous bag. And she says in her pattern that it's really for advanced or intermediate or advanced. And she's right, because it's so massive and it's got so many pieces. But I always say, just like anything, you can do it. Absolutely, Jan, do what you need to. Even though it says intermediate or advanced, don't be put off by that, because you can do it. It just may take you a few days, and that's okay. You have a binding attachment. Oh my. That is gonna be very nice. I'm just barely trimming this, guys. just so when I get my binding, it's pretty even. So you can see I'm not really doing much. And this, we're almost done. All we have to do is the binding. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Okay. All right. Before I go, I have to go and get my cut my binding. It won't take me but 2 minutes. I wanted to show you the tags that I just got today from Heartwood and Hyde that say it's a beautiful thing. These are on my website now. Look at these gorgeous things. It's a beautiful thing. It's a pack of 6 this time. It's a beautiful thing. They're all just absolutely gorgeous. I already ordered some more because it takes a while. Okay, talk amongst yourselves for just a second while I go cut my binding. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. I'll know better next time. All right, so here's my binding, and I'm just using the same fabric, that the waterproof canvas that I used for the lining. And I'm just going to put that around. And I think for the sake of time, I'm gonna do it as I go. I wouldn't recommend this unless you are comfortable with it. I'm just gonna clip it around this first corner, and then, oh, my glitter clip broke. Very sad. All right, so I'm going to, let me see how you can see. Let me see if I can pull you guys in. Hold on. Just bear with me for a second, and I'll see if I can pull you in a little closer without giving you reason to get sick to your stomach. That might help. Let's see how that works. All right, so now we're just gonna go around on our binding. And I'm gonna use my stiletto. I'll try and get this out of the way so you can see. It'd be easier if I could move you, but I don't have the camera to do that. I'm sorry. So unless you're comfortable with binding, I wouldn't recommend doing this. I would clip it all the way around. This is the lazy man's way. Again, I love the straight edge. just making sure all my zipper pulls are out of the way. The other thing I would do if you're not comfortable with binding is make sure you're using a matching thread. Because binding doesn't have to be perfect, and it makes a difference if you just use a thread that matches. And I'm going around these corners, and I'm just going really slow. Yeah, this is just waterproof canvas in the same fabric I use for the lining. That's all this is. I did just order some, no, Elaine, you're fine. You're fine. I'm so glad you're here. I just ordered today, actually, some fold over elastic. I've never used it. So we'll see. I know. I've never used it. And I thought, well, I might as well try it. People are raving about how easy it is. And then the other thing people are raving about is the, there is, oh, let me see, what's it called? Fabric Therapy has some binding that is sticky now. I haven't tried that. I haven't ordered it. I have so much waterproof canvas that I really want to use what I have. Famous last words. Before I start buying a bunch of other extra stuff. Now, the fold over elastic I've wanted to have for a very long time, and it's not very expensive. So I decided to go ahead. Sorry guys, I'm going around this last corner. Okay, now when I get to this end where I started, I cut it off and then I fold it over just like that. I don't know if you can see. Fold it over so there's no raw edge here on the bottom, even though the WPC has raw edge. All right, let's see how we did. If we caught it on both sides. And if you didn't, you just go over it. It's not the end of the world. It's a miracle. I caught it all the way around. Beautiful. So that's what it looks like. It's not perfect, and nobody's ever gonna see it. Let's do the other side, and then we're gonna be done. It is, I'll just say, it's much easier and it goes faster. Thank you, Janet. It is a beautiful thing. It goes much easier and faster if you clip it all the way around. I'm really just doing this because this video is, this live is very long. That's okay. You guys are hanging in there with me, and I am grateful for that. I'm having fun. Of course, you know, I could sew all day, much to my husband's chagrin. I could sew all day. I love to sew. I'm gonna clip it a little further. That's all right. And I need to, all good, Kathy, thank you. I'm gonna have a little cup of coffee here. All right, let's do this other side. It is a beautiful thing. This might be my new bag. Okay, I'm just gonna push that. I don't know if that's on there. Let me see something. Hold on. Hold, please. And if you've noticed, I have not changed my stitch length at all the whole time. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Granny. You guys are so sweet. I've left it on 4 the whole time. Now, if I was putting a tag on, a cork tag, I would have changed to a 2.5, but I've left it at a 4 stitch length the whole time. I don't think I ever mentioned that. Okay. I'm peeking inside, make sure I'm not gonna run over any hardware. She does. Laura Mormino does do that. I've watched her do that many times. And I have thought about doing it. I should try it, I suppose. I should. She's fantastic. She and I are going to do something together here coming up, and it's going to be fun. She's one sweet, and I don't know if you guys watch Lauren, her videos. I'm sure most of you do. She's actually the first person I started watching. But if you haven't seen her daughter, Dorothy, she's the cutest thing. I'm telling you, she is absolutely adorable. Oh, she is something else. And she's getting so big. Okay, we're going around the last little side here. I have a fabricator, Granny. I bought it a year and a half, a little over a year and a half ago, after doing a lot of research. And I love it. I don't know that anything, they're so similar, all these, ooh, I didn't put my needle down, hold on. Let me go around this corner here. I looked at the Juki, I looked at the Texo, I looked at a variety of industrial machines, and I ended up doing this. The reviews were probably the best, and the customer service reviews were the best. Now, I haven't had to use the customer service but a couple times. But each time I've used it, Dorothy had a temper tantrum on her last live. I haven't watched it. I gotta go watch it. Oh, guys. Yeah, no, I did. That's good. Did I catch it all the way around? Oh my gosh, I did. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I did a lot of research and I ended up on the fabricator and I love it. I don't regret it one bit. I even emailed the president one time and he responded immediately. So, the president of the company of Sailrite. My binding, the width of my binding is 1 1/8 inches. I find that the 1 inch isn't quite wide enough, but that extra 1/8 inch makes all the difference. All right, I'm gonna move you up now, so if you get nauseous, hold tight. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn the bag. Hold on, let's see. So, I mean, let me show you. It's nothing special. The binding doesn't have to be anything special. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Mine certainly is not. Now, do I try and do my best? Yeah. All right, let's turn this little guy. So this is much harder to turn than the waterproof canvas I did. Just take your time. It's coming. Exactly, Rena. You won't be able to see it. And if you ever go to the store and look at a bag that's been bound, take a look. I did not use any interfacing, Rosemary. Not one bit. Because I used waterproof canvas and vinyl. I didn't use one stitch of interfacing, which I like. I like not. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. Gosh, you guys. Let's see. Let's make sure my zipper works. Yep. Okay. Let me grab my strap. Oh. I gotta move you up so you can see. Sorry. There we go. Whoops. There we go. All right, guys. I'll stand up so you can see. Oh my gosh. This is my new bag. My husband, if he's on here, he's probably laughing his ass off at me because I say that about every bag. This is my new bag. That's what I say every time. All right. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? Look at that. You've got a nice zipper pocket here. And on the inside, you've got a huge slip pocket. I don't know if you can see it. Huge. You got two zipper pulls. And on the back, you've got a huge slip pocket there. Oh my gosh. It's stunning. Caroline at Kandou Crafts. I mean, she's a genius. She's a genius. And now slings are all the rage right now, you know? They are. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Now, for this one, I put 2 D-rings on, one here and one here. So if you wear it on your left shoulder, you attach it here, and if you wear it on your right shoulder, which is where I wear it, you put it over here. Isn't it cute? Joanne, you got to go make another one. You just have to. Look how cute it is. And it's perfect for everything I carry every day. So this vinyl is from Sewing Room of Gardner Sewing Room, Sandra. This vinyl is from Lauren Mormino. It's the Luxe. And then the lining that I used is from Indo Love Creations. Their waterproof canvas. So there is no lining whatsoever. You guys, thanks for watching. Look at this. This is my new bag. I mean, it's perfect. before I go, let me put what I carry every day in there so you can see it, kind of to judge the size. Oh, so cute. And this vinyl sewed beautifully. All right, so here we go. Here's my little Jordan pouch, which I have all my loose stuff. That goes in there perfectly. Here's my eyeglass case. Perfect. Here's my purse pal. I always put my purse pal in the pocket so I know where it is. And then pens. And I don't know where my, oh, here, my hand sanitizer. My hand sanitizer. Fits in there perfectly. There you go. And I've got room. I probably have room for a small water bottle too. There you go. Now, I think the next one I make, I am actually going to put a grab handle here on either side of this so that, because I like to be able to grab it and go. You can do that with this without a problem, but I like to be able to grab and go. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? Thank you, guys. I'm going to look at the chat here for a second, so I'm not looking at the camera. Thank you, Granny. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Lena, Joni, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for joining and sticking with me in the making of the Pebble Mini Sling by Kandou Crafts. Have a wonderful holiday and go enjoy your family or friends or just enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.